Hello my cuties out there and welcome. In today's video I am going to be ranking my recent makeup purchases. I have not done one of these videos in a very long time and I have a lot of products to go over that I need to finally give you guys my final thoughts on. But before we get into the video, if you're new here and you like a lot of fun colorful makeup content, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I'd love to have you here. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Alright cuties, so I'm probably not going to talk too much in this intro because I have a lot to go over. I have taken forever to film one of these. It's been a while, so I have products that I tried like the end of last year and some products I tried the beginning of this year to go over. I have some thoughts. There aren't really any duds in here, but there are some things that I obviously like a lot more than others. So I'm going to rank them from worst to best and let you guys know my thoughts on all of these products. So let's get into the ranking. So the bottom of the ranking, which this is not a bad product, but it's not made for my skin type. And this is the Estee Lauder Hydra Rescue Moisturizing makeup. It's very hydrating, it's super glowy, and it just breaks up on my skin so quickly. Like within a couple hours I'm already getting shiny, and when I first put it on I think it looks really pretty. It has good coverage, it looks nice and glowy, but it just does not work well on my oily skin. And honestly I can't really use this out. I've tried it with matte primers, matte powders, and yet it's still too glowy for me and just does not last on my skin, and that sucks. I probably could only use this for filming, and I think eventually I'll end up decluttering. And this is surprising because all the other Estee Lauder products I've tried I've loved, but they were all more on like the matte side. So I just was curious about their hydrating foundation and it did not work for me. And there are hydrating foundations that do work very well on my skin type, but that one was just too glowy and too moisturizing, so that is why it's at the bottom. Then the next product, and I did like this when I used it, and it's not a bad product, but it's just not a very standout product. So this is the blush powder, the Cheeky Vegan blush powder from Glow Wish and Carrying Coral. And honestly, I forgot about this blush. I totally forgot I even had it. It's very unremarkable. It's not very memorable. And I was like, I need to put this at the end. I never think to use it and I forgot I even had it. And I was going through my stuff and I was like, oh wait, this blush, I totally need to like rank it. And what the hell? Like how did I forget about this? And unfortunately, it's not like a amazing formula. It's just a okay blush. Now when you think of Glow Wish as a brand, you think these products are going to be glowy from them, and this does not really have any glow to it. It's actually a little bit more matte. Like there's no real sheen to it, which I was hoping because I like a nice glowy sheeny blush. And then it also doesn't have the most pigmentation, so you have to kind of build it up and layer it on to get it to like look very opaque on the cheeks. And honestly, I don't think about it. Then going on, and I'm shocked that I have Unearthly Cosmetics products at the bottom, but these are more based on preference in terms of what I like. They're not bad products, the formulas are just fine, but it's these glosses right here from the holiday collection from last year. So this was part of the Holiday Spirit collection, this was part of the In the Dark collection. And honestly, I'm not the hugest gloss person. Like there are a few glosses that I really love, like the Fenty one and the ones from Lethal, but those are really the only ones I gravitate towards. And these were nice and okay. And these ones have shimmers. I don't really like shimmery glosses, but they were like in a bundle, so I couldn't like not have these in the purchase. And they were nice. They're not super sticky. It just, I don't wear glittery glosses. And then this one, this is a candy cane one. This one doesn't have any glitter in it, and it has pretty good opacity, but it's not often that I wear glosses in this kind of color. It's kind of like an orangey red. I think I use more like lipsticks and liquid lipsticks in this formula, not really in a gloss formula. And these are just not like something I gravitate towards. They're not bad. It's just not a huge glittery gloss person or gloss person in general. Then going on, and the reason why this is towards the end is because this is something I don't think to reach for, and it's this right here. This is the Juvia's Place ice loose highlighter. I don't reach for loose highlighters. It's very rare. I do think it was really pretty on the skin. I do like the shade of it, but it's just not something I use. I feel like loose highlighters can be on the messy side and all that. It is pretty though. It's a really good shade for me. It's very reflective and like high shine. It's a pretty intense highlighter. You can sheer it out, you can build it up. But this is just not something I would use that often. And for that reason, I put it at the bottom of my ranking because it's just not something I'm going to think to use. And then the next one is from Jaclyn Hill. This is the Luminous Powder and Carrots. It's like, I think for medium tones. I do like this, but this is also another product that I'm not likely to use very often. It's a glowy like finishing powder, and I rarely think to use a glowy finishing powder. I have it on right now and it does give a beautiful sheen to the skin. And honestly, I like using this like on my décolleté and like doing like a little bit of like a sheen on the chest and stuff. I think this would be perfect for the summertime. Now, how often will I think to actually do that? Probably not very much. Also, I hate how bulky this packaging is. It does not fit in my drawer very well. It takes up so much space, so I also despise the packaging on that. I feel like Jaclyn Cosmetics are like really bulky. Like all their stuff is just oversized in my opinion. And then the next one is this one from Glamlight, this lip gloss. Like I said, I don't gravitate towards lip glosses, but I do like the formula in this one a lot. I think they look really pretty on the lips. They have a lot of opacity to them. And these were like the kind of shades that I would typically gravitate towards if I was going to wear a gloss. I do have to use a lip liner with these. This is just one of them. There was also other glosses in the collection. And I liked all of them. I don't have any issues with it. It's just a gloss. Like it's not something I'm going to put on very often. Then the next one is the liquid lipsticks in the collection from the Happy Hour one from Glamlight. I like their liquid lipsticks. I feel like they're not overly drying. They are slightly dry, but not like where they just suck all the moisture out of your lips like other ones, like the ColourPop liquid lipsticks to me are like overly drying. I do like these. I like the shades that they came out in the Happy Hour collection. Then the next one is also from the Glamlight Happy Hour collection. And this was the Mimosa and the Pina Colada highlighters. I think these are really nice. They're really beautiful highlighters. They're a little on the overly intense side for me. You can kind of like tone them down a little bit because they're pretty like high shine, like, you know, from like space highlighters. And I like the formula. I can actually pull off both of them. But you do have to go lightly or you'll look like you have like a metallic strip on the cheeks. But I still think they're beautiful highlighters. I really do like these. I like it's more of like a creamy formula. But I just like rank this lower because there's highlighters and like cheek products that I like more than these. But I still think they were nice highlighters. Like overall, it was nice. Then going on to the cheek products from Juvia's Place that I tried. So I have the Juvia's Place Blush Duo. I think this is nice. I think the pigmentation is really pretty. I like the options in here. I'm just more of a glowy blush person. Like if these were like sheeny blushes, these would probably be higher up in the ranking. But the pigmentation, the blendability, it's beautiful on the cheeks. It just, I always have to go in with some kind of blush topper when I have matte blushes. But I do think it is a nice formula. Then the next one is the Juvia's Place Bronzer. I like this. This is in medium. This is a nice little bronzer. It has two options, one more cool, one more warm tone. So I like that. I kind of just mix these two to like make the perfect bronzer for me. Has good pigmentation. It's very blendable. It was nice on the cheeks. It's just not like higher up because it's not necessarily like my favorite bronzer I've ever tried, but I did enjoy using it. And then the next bronzer I have is the Glowish one. I actually really do like this one. This one is not super glowy either, even though you would think it is because this is Soft Radiance. I mean, it has a little bit of a sheen. A little bit of a sheen to it. But I do like the tone of this. I do like how blendable it is. It has a light sheen to it. It's a pretty bronzer. The tone is nice. And I like this one a lot better than the Glowish blush. So I enjoyed that. I mean, I feel like we're all in like the like section for stuff. Now going on, I have this right here. This is the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude Skin Tint. True to Skin Natural Glow Foundation. I actually have this on right now. It's more of like a glowy, hydrating foundation, but I do think it has really nice like coverage. And you guys can see I'm already kind of getting shiny. I've had it on for like a couple hours. I do like the formula. It's not my go-to, but I think this does way better on my skin than the Estee Lauder one that I showed you. And I like the finish. I like how it blends on the skin. It feels super lightweight. I do have to like powder more throughout the day, and I have to pair it with more mattifying products to get it to last longer. But I knew that going in with this, but I thought it was beautiful during the winter time because I tend to be like a little drier when it's cold. Then going on, this is the Effin' Primer from Kimchi Chic. This is the Effin' Smooth Matte. I think this is pretty good. Now it is more of like a silicone-y feeling texture. It's like a little bit slippery, which is not my favorite type of primer, but I think it does a good job at smoothing out my skin. It does help a little bit with keeping oils like a bay, help keeping me more on the matte end. It's not like my favorite primer I've used, but I think it's a decent primer, and I do like the way it smooths out my skin, so I have been using it. I'm just not like the hugest fan of silicone-y, slippy kind of feeling primers. Then going on, I have these right here. I think these are really nice. These are the eyeshadow primers from Give Me Glow. I have the one in Parchment, and then I also have the glitter primer. I think these are good, nice, standard eyeshadow primers. They're not necessarily like number one. I mean, honestly, I think the glitter primer is pretty comparable to the NYX glitter primer. Like, those are interchangeable for me, but in terms of like the regular primer, I like it. It has opacity, my shadows sit on it very nicely, and overall, I like this product. It's just not maybe like a number one eyeshadow primer, but I have enjoyed using it. I've used it a lot, and everything performs really nice on those primers. So now I think we're getting into like the loves and then going into the really loved products. So I have these from Rare Beauty. I have the cream highlighter, which normally I'm not a cream highlighter person, but the formula is beautiful. It looks so beautiful and like a natural glow on the cheeks once you blend it out. Like, I mean, it looks intense here, and a little goes a long way, but you can kind of customize it to just look glowy, or you can build it up to look really more intense, but it just looks so natural. Like, it gives me like that natural glow from within look. I really like this one. This is the shade Mesmerize. Now this is like a sample size, but a little goes a long way. I feel like this would actually last really long for me, so I can't even imagine how long like the regular size would last. Then the next one is the Rare Beauty blush, the cream blush. This is Enjoy. This is such a beautiful liquid blush. It is so opaque. Very little goes a long way, so this little sample size will last me forever, but it's blendable, it dries down, it doesn't stay tacky, but look how much that little bit of product went. Like, this will last me forever. I don't think I would ever need the full size because it's very rare that, you know, you go through a liquid blush, but look at that opacity. It's intense, it's serious, and like, I can't believe like how beautiful it sits on the skin. It blends out nicely, it dries down. It's a really nice cream blush. Then the next one here is this liquid lipstick from Give Me Glow. I really like the formula of this. This is the shade Whiskey and Honey. I love this. I have used this so much. I just love like shades. It's pretty much kind of close to what's on my lips right now. And I just love a good yellow toned brown. I think it's not over drying. It's nice and opaque. It lasts on the lips really long, so I do like that liquid lipstick formula. And like I said, I don't wear liquid lipsticks a lot, but when I do, that is one of the ones I would gravitate towards. Then the next thing is this Huda Beauty liner. This is the Life Liner Quick and Easy. This is the main one I've been using for a while. I think it's nice. It has a very, very small little tip. It's easy to create a wing with it. I do feel like I have to like kind of shake it a lot to get the product to come out. Like, I feel like it starts to dry up and you kind of have to keep going in there to get like the product to come out. But besides that, you can make a really beautiful like little fine line, a really nice sharp wing with this. I just feel like it takes a little effort to get the product to come out on the tip. And it is a brush tip. I think it was a really nice overall liner. Then going on, I think everything now is like really loved products. So I have these lipsticks from Uden's. These are their like fairy lipsticks, I think they're called. But I have the velvet lipstick version and the cream version. I love them equally. They're beautiful. These are like just one shade in each. I have more shades in these. And this is the, I think like the velvet matte version. And then this is the cream. They're so beautiful. They're such a beautiful formula. If you want something a little sheeny, you can go with the cream one. If you want something more of like a velvet matte, I mean, they're beautiful. It's great pigmentation on these. I just love Uden's. Oh, and they smell like grape candy. I love their lip products. Everything I've tried from them has been stunning. Then the next ones that I love even a little more is these from Kimchi Chic. They're quite affordable. They're beautiful. There's so many colors in this range, but these are the marshmallow butter lippies. They are so creamy, so soft on the lips, and they're just gorgeous. Like, here's one of my favorite colors. This is the shade called Back Off. I'm losing space. It's a beautiful, like, intense orangey lipstick. Like, oh, it's so pretty, and it does feel like marshmallows on your lips. And then I have this one, which I also love. I love how this comes out too. This is Keep It Spicy. I just love my browns. Like, oh, these are so pretty. They last really nice on the lips. Like, they fade very gracefully, and I just like that there's so much options in that range. But I'm a huge fan of those. I feel like I've tried a lot of lip products this year and last year. Then I have these from Unearthly. These are so beautiful. These are their satin liquid lipsticks. I have this one on my lips right now, Jeanette. I have more colors in here, but they're gorgeous. If you like more of a satin liquid lipstick, something a little bit more comfortable, I feel like they wear gracefully and they last pretty long on the lips. But I have this shade right here called Jeanette. I'll swatch Mandy. They're so comfortable, beautiful. I love the packaging. I highly recommend these. They're like a beautiful like hybrid in between a matte liquid lipstick and a more like creamy lipstick formula. So pretty, and they have such unique shades. Like, look at those grungy tones, and they have a lot of other options, and I just feel like their range is very unique and different, like the options that they have. Then we have this one right here. This is the Pat McGrath concealer. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. Also really nice, very blendable. I have this concealer on right now. It's easy to blend out. It gives good coverage. I feel like it's a little darker than I remember. I got LM13. I probably could have used a slightly lighter shade. I think this will probably be like best when I have a tan, but it's really nice. It looks so good on the under eyes. It's not crepey. It's not overly drying. Oh my god, guys, I'm looking so oily. Like I'm saying, those oils are coming through, but it's a very nice concealer. Then the next thing is from Pat McGrath as well. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. And I will also make sure to link all the videos where I've used these products, because I did a video where I was playing with high-end makeup, and I love this. It's so silky, so soft. It's a baked formula, but oh my god, it feels like butter. It just goes on the under eye so nicely. It smooths out. It helps, you know, make it look nice and soft and smooth and not like, you know, crepey. It helps like fill in the lines. It just makes a soft airbrush look on the under eyes, and I do have a lot of fine lines, so anything that can make it look nice and soft and smooth under there, I am for. It's a really nice powder. I do feel like it's pretty pricey, and I feel like I'm gonna run through that product at how soft it is. I feel like so much product lifts up every time you go in with a brush, but it's beautiful at setting the under eyes. So then I have this right here. This is the Kimchi Chic A Really Good Foundation. This is actually a really good foundation. It works really well if you have oily skin. It lasts pretty long. I did do a wear test on this. I'll link that video, and I was very surprised at how well it did on my skin. It's not the most mattifying foundation I've ever used, but it lasted really good on the skin. I liked the coverage. I liked the blendability. The shade was really nice. It didn't feel heavy on the skin, and it didn't like break up or get cakey or collect in like my fine lines. So I think overall, that's a really nice foundation. Now going on to the Patrick Ta. This is the Major Headlines Blush Palette. Love this, but I love Patrick Ta's blush formula. I love that you get a cream version and a matte version, and I love the options in here. They have more of like a brownie nude one, a more like corally poppy one and then like a bright pink. They're beautiful. You can sheer them out. You can build them up. I actually have this shade on my cheeks right now. It's a beautiful like poppy pink, but it's not overly over the top, you know, like the pigmentation is really nice. I was able to blend it out. It doesn't pick up your foundation when you go in with the cream products, and I like the options. I love the formula. Highly recommend these blush formulas. Now they don't have the palette anymore, but they sell them in singles now, so I think that's awesome. Then the next products are from Pat McGrath. These are their blush palettes. These are so beautiful. I put them together because they're basically the same but just different shades. But I have the one from the Bridgerton collection. This is the Divine Plus and Glow Trio and Love at First Blush. Beautiful, beautiful. And then I have the trio in Galactic Sun. They're so good. Like, I love the setup. The blushes are so beautiful on the cheeks. These ones like have like a light sheen to them. They have great pigmentation. You can sheer them out. You can build them up. And the highlighters are also really beautiful and smooth in here. Like, they're just so nice. They don't enhance texture. The blushes just glide on the skin. They're just so beautiful. Like, these are some of the best things I've tried from Pat McGrath. Formula, everything, super stunning in these. Then number 3, we're at the top 3 here, is this right here. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Magic Touch Concealer. This is a beautiful concealer. Great consistency and formula. It lasts well under the eyes. It gives good coverage. It's not overly drying. It's more like a natural finish. It doesn't get like crepey or weird under my eyes. It doesn't settle into the fine lines under my eyes. It sets down with powder beautifully. I think this concealer is excellent, beautiful. One of my favorites in my collection right now. And then I have the Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Skin Highlighter. I've raved about this in many videos. At first, when I first tried it, I was like on the fence on whether it was worth the price tag, but it is. It is totally worth every penny. It just glides on the skin so beautifully. It's the highlighter I have on. It does not enhance texture. It's such a beautiful shade too. I feel like it has like a nude base to it. So it just kind of sits on the skin really nicely and just kind of meshes really beautifully into my skin tone. And I just think it looks really natural, like a glow from within, because it has that nude base, so it just meshes right into my skin. They came out with other ones in the Bridgerton collection I didn't pick up. They did have like a light and like a darker toned option. So I think if you were looking for something, if you had a deeper skin tone, the Bridgerton one has like this goldy one in there. And they have like a, maybe like it's a champagne one. I don't know exactly the tone of that one, but like one for lighter skin tones if you like those shades better. But I'm assuming that they might be like the same formula from what I saw on reviews, but it's a gorgeous, beautiful highlighter. Like, this is gonna last me forever. It is pricey, but I think it's worth every penny. And then number 1, which you guys won't be surprised because I've used this in so many videos, but the Rare Beauty mascara is beautiful. It gives volume, length. It lasts really well on my eyes. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't like flake off onto my cheeks. It makes my lashes look so full, voluminous, and long and dramatic. And I only have the smaller size, but it lasts forever. It's still going strong. It's more of a like a wet formula. It's not super wet. It's kind of like in between, but I just love how well it makes my lashes just look full and dramatic. And I feel like I could go with just this and be fine and wouldn't need lashes. I mean, I have lashes on today, so you can't see it, but it's been my favorite mascara I've used in like so many videos of mine. And I just love it so much. But you guys will have to let me know, what do you think? Are you surprised by my ranking? Are you like, I would have put that somewhere else? I would have thought you would put this here. I would love to hear from you guys. I would love to hear what you guys are loving on. Also, if you're new here and you enjoy this video and you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I'll have all the products linked. I'll have all the videos that I did where I'm trying these products on camera so you can see how they apply and everything. everything. I will also have my contact information and my social media platforms. I'm on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty, and I'm also on TikTok as Breezy_Beauty. So I'd love for you to check me out on my other platforms. But guys, thank you so much for being here, for supporting me, for watching, hanging out with me, and hearing me talking on and on and on about makeup. I appreciate all of you guys so much, and I just hope you're all having a wonderful day, a wonderful year so far, and I'm just sending you guys all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.